You mentioned the whole WWE thing, which is actually a really good segue into the... look, I've got my Twitter open in the background, as I always do when I'm working.
Right.
And I tweeted out ups and downs sort of just before we started recording. And I've seen replies coming in going, Miller, can't believe you like the Tyson versus Jericho stuff. It's all WWE, blah, blah. And look, it's hard to argue, again, I'll use that word again, but it's hard to argue against that because, of course, it was aping what happened in 1998. You'd have to be crazy to pretend otherwise. What did you think of it, though, man? Did you think it was... Because my point with it is this. I think I look at wrestling kind of different to most people anyway.
Right.
The thing is, in terms of the execution, is it the best thing I've ever seen? No. But do I understand what they're trying to achieve? Yes. And what happened when I woke up today? On all the websites that I usually check for sports, Tyson,
That's
AEW.
It worked.
Yeah. So, like, don't forget, Tony Khan, Mike Tyson ain't cheap, man. Mike Tyson, one of the biggest celebrities on the planet. Still, to this day, everyone knows who Mike Tyson is. For better or worse, doesn't matter. He ain't coming for a cheap paycheck. So you want to make sure you get your return on that investment. And the way to do that is to get on SportsCenter, is to get on ESPN, is to get on... I saw on Reddit some Portuguese sports site that apparently never talks about wrestling, had AEW and Mike Tyson on their front page. And when you look at it like that, I'm like, okay, it wasn't bad. It wasn't the best thing that they've done. But my word, how can you be pissed off about that? Because to this day, and for a long ass time, so many people are still going to equate wrestling with WWE. That's what my mum calls it. Oh, Simon likes that WWE stuff. I'm like, no, mum's a company. It's called wrestling. She doesn't get it. But I understand that. People do it with UFC too, right? Of course they 100%. Do. So you need to start fighting back against that, and that's going to take a long time, but a great way to do it is publicity. And again, when I look at it that way, I'm like, I can't moan, I can't complain. It's genius business. It just is.
Yeah, it was so cringe though, Simon. It was so cringe. Oh my God. It was so cringe. I was watching, I wanted it to be so good. And there was like some ha-ha moments in there, but it was so cringe. But like you said, they accomplished their goals. Who said that Mike Tyson's appearance back in, 98 or whatever it was when he came in with Shawn Michaels and DX and all them, who's to say watching that back now isn't sort of cringe? It's not like Mike Tyson's a fucking actor. Yeah, I mean, he's a boxer.
Dude. Yeah, Mike Tyson has no clue what he's doing. Don't get me wrong.
He has no idea. Like, you saw him flexing at the pay-per-view. I was like, what is he doing? Is he okay? Why is he just standing on the ropes flexing right now?
Can't take his t-shirt off either. Really,
exactly. That was so, oh my God. That was so
oh man.
And so, it's funny, and maybe watch it from the outside, you'll watch it if you were just flicking the channel, you'd be like, what the fuck is this? But as a wrestling fan, you have to understand what pro wrestling is. The shit is goofy, it's silly, it's funny. Sometimes people are gonna mess up and screw things. You just gotta accept the bad, because you're gonna get a bunch of good, in the end, or from another source, in the same realm, the realm of wrestling. So I take it all how it comes, man. Like, I don't get that overly mad about anything. I actually posted something on Instagram the other day. Like, why do y'all get so upset? It's literally adults fighting in underwear. Why does anybody take any of this shit that seriously? Nobody should be that emotional. Like, I'm passionate because I love it. I'm not passionate because I'm looking for a reason to hate. You know what I mean? So
hell yeah, man.
It's a little bit different. Like, so there's, people like, that guy who comes out and says ridiculous things about, Alexa Bliss on, and things like that. And then you have, and that's a different kind of passion. You know what I mean? Than what I want to represent and want to, bring across to the people that, the few people that happen to listen to my show. Like, I don't know, man.
No, dude, you've summed it up. Like, it's one of those things where I think you can just take it or leave it, as weird as that sounds. And I think the question is, where does it build? Because on paper, we're going to get what? Mike Tyson with his legit MMA fighters taking on the Inner Circle?
Bringing them back? Are they going to keep?
Because I didn't even notice. Because again, I'm always making notes. I saw Sahido and I saw whoever the hell the other guy was, and then I was like, wait, it's Rashad. Why is Rashad Evans there?
Like it's just fighters, right?
Yeah, I was just like, what is going on? And they ain't going to work pro wrestling. Like, they're just not. Maybe Tyson will do something. So I'm massively intrigued to see what they do with it. obviously, back in 1998, what did Tyson do? He just on the outside. He was an enforcer. Didn't do anything. Punched out Shawn Michaels.
Right.
And that's pretty much all he did for his 6 weeks.
He did say he was making a comeback, though, Simon. You don't think he been in the Performance Center? Or, the AEW's version of the Performance Center working out?
But maybe, dude, right? Maybe that all ties in. He wants to come back, do his exhibition fights. He's always been a wrestling fan.
Yeah.
Maybe he actually wants to take some bumps. I don't know.
That would be crazy. I just thought about that. That would be kind of crazy, man. I wouldn't mind seeing it. It would be horrible to watch. You just have to be another bad Tyson match. Yeah, I mean, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. The career didn't end great.
Yeah, I'm talking about Tyson Fury. Like, we don't need to see no more Tysons in the wrestling.
No. It was the thing with Tyson Fury was, though, I'll say this: I was more impressed than I thought I would have been. Do you know what I mean? I thought it was going to be an absolute mess. But actually, when I was watching it, I was like, look, I wouldn't say this is good, but you're holding your own better than I would have presumed you would have done.
You did better than I would have done.
Well, I think, I don't know, man. Like, with the amount of training you may have done, but that's the point. I think he kind of hit his peak.